Friday edition of Vita Sports. We're live at Mohegan Beer Company in Castleberry. We're going to talk to Bobby from Mohegan for his weekly segment and tell us all about the grand opening tomorrow. Not grand opening. Mohegan's has been here for years, but the newly expanded Mohegan. So we'll chat with him a little bit. A couple of things before Bobby gets here. One, and Kelly and I were talking briefly on the bridge. The Magic last night played a similar game against Charlotte. If you care about the outcome of that game, they lost 84-72. Noah Penda had 23 points. Jace Richardson had 15. Isaiah Nelson, the rookie, had 2 points and 6 rebounds in 15 minutes. I joked it was kind of a typical midseason Magic game. They were 10 for 35 from 3, and the bench was 1 for 12, I think, from 3-point land. Okay, the outcome of the Summer League game, you don't make a big deal over. But I was commenting with Kelly earlier. Sean Sweeney was interviewed during the Prime broadcast, and Stan basically was doing the Q&A with Sean, and then we put a clip of Desmond Bain, who talked about, excited to play for Sean, and was asked what he sees and Sweeney brings, and he talked, all the go-to phrases of accountability, culture, discipline. And I said, and I'll repeat it again, it's not a criticism of Sean Sweeney. I've said it multiple times. Sean Sweeney's earned the right to be head coach of the NBA, and I hope he's a very, very successful coach for the Magic. And the bloodline and the resume shows that he has trended towards this moment, and I'm sure is ready to make the most of it. I just said that when you're in the hiring process in June and July and August and September, everything is it's noise. It's just the typical. It's new car smell. It's when you move into a house and it's brand new carpet. Everything is fresh and new. Desmond Bain in the interview, you go back and watch it. I think the Magic posted the interview. Talks about the difference, and he's not taking a direct shot at Jamal Mosley, but it clearly sounds like he's saying, hey. Maybe the message just wasn't resonating anymore with Jamal Mosley. Now Sean comes in, and it's a new voice. And my point on the bridge that I'm reiterating now is, of course it is. Every new coach goes through that period of it's going to be different because this is how I do it, and the players then react like, hey, wow. And the fans and media tend to overreact on stuff like this. Like, wow, Sweeney really means it. Of course he means it. Not only first time as a coach, but he's a brand new coach. And it doesn't matter if it's a veteran coach, first time coach. We fall for the same stuff, right? Like I said, John Summerall, when places Billy Napier, man, these guys are flying around the practice field. Like, come on. It's noise in the offseason. What matters is when the ball goes up, do you make shots? Do you get stops? The same thing applies in football. Can you march down the field and score when you have to? And can you get stops on defense? All the things about culture and discipline and accountability, yeah, those things matter on a veteran team or a team with younger players. But the formula is still the same, okay? Your best players have to rise above in moments and play better than their opponents. And if that happens, you have a better chance of winning. So it's not a criticism of Sean Sweeney of the Magic or even Desmond Bain's observation about what Sean Sweeney brings. It's fine. It's all the same honeymoon stuff that every team goes through when you make a coaching change. And the new guy that comes in is always going to be, more vocal, more accountable. You got to go play. When Desmond Bain is hearing Sean Sweeney yell at him when it's a third game in 4 nights of that back-to-back because he's not getting back on defense and he's exhausted, probably that moment he doesn't want to hear it. But, and if a veteran's saying, hey, I need that to make me a better player, okay, some guys need to be coached, some guys like being coached. So it's not a criticism of him. It's just I don't get excited in July when everyone's in a honeymoon period. Of course, even John Harbaugh with the Giants, you go, well, he's done, he's won a Super Bowl. But which one am I getting? Mm-hmm. The guy that won the Super Bowl, the guy that maybe got stale in Baltimore where the message wasn't working, but now he's in New York and he replaced Dable. Like, this guy's been there before. It's off-season noise.
Yep.
Like Jamal Mosley in New Orleans. What do you think he said when he got the job in New Orleans? We're going to hold players accountable. I mean, it's the same stuff, man. When the ball goes up, when we kick it off, we drop the puck, your best players have to make plays, and if they do, you get a better chance of winning. Okay, coaches yelling at guys in July and August, no, man, we really crushed the weight room. I got you. I got you. You just got to go and play. So that's the only thing I was commenting on that. I saw, by the way, one college football thing, quickly to get to. People, fans and some members of the media got bent at a whack because ESPN dropped their first FPI, their Football Power Index. Ready? And all 16 SEC teams were in the top 20 in strength of schedule. And when they ranked the teams in FPI, all 16 SEC teams were inside the top 40. And people were talking about it shows the ESPN bias towards, the SEC. And so just a reminder, the FPI is not part of the college football playoff metrics that the committee uses. And remember, there is no guideline that if you're on the playoff committee that you follow any metric given to you. You're provided tools, but ultimately you put together what you think is your own ranking, and then everybody else does that. So getting bent at a whack and comparing schedules in July for an FPI it's nice off-season fodder. And if you're just waking up to the concept of, gee, is ESPN favoring the conference they have the biggest contract with? And like, if you're just joining that parade, I don't know where you've been. It's the same reason why Fox is going to always promote the Big Ten, because it's their biggest partner. I can't tell you that no committee member doesn't look at the FPI, but it's not an official metric that's provided to them when they start meeting in person to put together polls. But people love to get all crazy about it and look and compare schedules and so forth. And by the way, clearly the model, the formula that FPI has used for the last X number of years has always favored the SEC. Why? I'm not smart enough to know why. I know who the person is that kind of puts the formula together, but should he tweak it? To some degree, I don't care, but it's nice to, it's nice fodder that people talk about in July and August. But just relax. It's not an official part of the playoff committee's metrics that they use. By the way, Jamie Pollard, the athletic director at Iowa State, is retiring next year, the end of this athletic year. Sadly, that's not shocking, and I say that because Jamie Pollard's been one of those guys that did a great job at Iowa State, has been outspoken about the challenges in college athletics, and he becomes the latest to go, you know what, tapping out. Don't need to keep dealing with it. So he's going to retire at the end of this athletic year. And one other college football note, and some of you may have seen this story. Next week, is it next week? No, I'm sorry. In I think next couple of weeks, the governor of Louisiana has invited the biggest donors of LSU to the governor's mansion for 2 different meetings on what they say is the future of funding LSU sports. Now, LSU's paying a ton of money in buyouts to Brian Kelly and all sorts of people, and in the NIL world. It's always a good sign when the governor is bringing in your top donors to talk about how to fund the biggest athletic department in the state, which will be interesting. Bobby has sat down here for his weekly visit to chat with us. Thanks for having us, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Mark. I'm glad you guys are finally here.
Bring by, man. I just saw you bring by some of the great food and everything, and we're going to talk about what you got going on tomorrow and everything. But I know you're proud of the menu, which is brand new, of the food. So what did you bring out?
We got a couple things here. So this one been one of the most popular ones. This is our dill pickle flatbread. Kind of hard to see on the camera there, but
That's the dill pickle flatbread.
Yep. So it's made. We make all the sauces and all the pickles in house. Something we're pretty excited to do here. So yeah, this has been one of our most popular ones. I'm trying not to get some ranch all over your cables here, but
That's awesome. That's great.
Also brought over one of our spent grain pretzels. So we take all of our spent grain from brewing. We drop it off at a local bakery called Old Hearth right down the road. They make all the pretzels for us with that spent grain. We make the mustards in-house, make the beer cheese in-house. Chris is taking some pictures to post here. So we're stoked to finally be able to do this.
Awesome. Real quickly, 10 o'clock hour, WY, General Manager, WJRET2 Cocoa Beach. Chris and I are out at Bowegan's and part of the big grand opening weekend, and you brought my something here for us. So I'll let you describe what we've got here.
So this is another new release we have coming out. So this is for tomorrow. We have our Orange Haze Dreamsicle. So this is a hazy IPA. It is 0 IBUs, so all the hops are added in after the boil. Then we age it with vanilla beans and orange, and it tastes just like a creamsicle.
So I gotta ask, an IPA that's not bitter, how does that work? What makes it an IPA even though there's no IBUs?
So mainly the amount of hops that we add in, and you go through that hazy IPA versus West Coast IPA. The whole different styles there. So this one's going to be leaning more to the hazy ones that have that full mouthfeel. They're very juicy and fruity, have the hop flavor and aromatics, but not that bitterness that hangs on there like the West Coast or traditional IPAs.
It smells like lemon juice. No, I say that.
Get in there, Mark.
No, I mean, you can certainly smell the fruit.
And to me, it tastes just like that dreamsicle, that creamsicle, like that ice cream pop.
How do you get that kind of flavor? I know, the additives that you add into it, but how do you get like the dreamsicle flavor? It's like the creamy filling of the dreamsicle. How do you get that?
Yeah, I mean, it's if you know anything about Bowegan's and know us, we don't use extracts. We don't use unnatural ingredients. Everything you taste is in the beer. So with this one, it's just those flavors. If we want to create that orange and vanilla flavor, we use oranges and real vanilla beans, and we blend those in and add it, and you get that flavor there.
How much vanilla beans?
A lot. I don't have to cut them up anymore, thank God, but the guy sitting beside me over here does. And yeah, we chop them up, throw them in, age it on there until it gets that flavor just right.
To get the amount that you're looking for, how long ahead of time do you start cutting open the vanilla beans to get them ready?
Oh, I mean, we do it the day up. The day we're gonna put them on there. It'll probably take them an hour or two, depending on how many vanilla beans and stuff we're putting in there to get everything processed and into the tank. But to us, it's worth it. We put everything we have into the product, so I think it speaks for itself.
So with an Orange Haze Dreamsicle that's got no hop bitterness to it, what is the ABV you're shooting for on this?
So this one, I'm gonna get it wrong here. I think about 6.5. So just traditional like middle ground IPA category, like style wise, but keep it smooth, rounded finish, nice and soft. It's just everything for us, everything we want in a hazy IPA.
With this beer, with the menu, what are we pairing it with?
So with this one,
You are. No, Cam.
Cam.
Kill the music, Cam.
nice little commercial break.
There we go.
Oh, we're back.
Are we back? Are we back or no? No.
Are we live?
Oh, when you can get back to us, come back to us at the end of the spot. At the end of the break. I didn't know that. Okay, but you got us now. Okay, just bring us back at the end of the commercial.
From StreamYard? Yeah, I can do it.
No, he's on Wi-Fi. It's going to do with the hardline
Yeah.
connection. All right, here we go. Just stay still. Be back after this message. Yeah. Hi, we're back with Bobby and the crew here at Mohegan. So a little bit of a technical issue. Okay, we're finishing up with the beer we're talking about. Let's jump in tomorrow. Tell everybody what's happening here tomorrow for the official grand opening.
So tomorrow, yeah, we're finally having our official grand opening here in Castleberry. So we're throwing a big event all day. We have live music for the first time here ever, which is something that's
Cool.
we're really excited about.
Yeah.
Obviously, you see our logo as a giant guitar inside a hop, so it's something that means a lot to us. So we have live music all day. We're coming out with a bunch of new beer releases. The Orange Haze Dreamsicle is one of them. That's going to be available in draft and cans. We have a new draft called Saws Dude, which is a dark Czech lager. And we're also going to have our Mantis Mayhem, which is part of like our Neon Animals series. We brought some of those cans in before. Another hazy IPA. This is a new version of one of those. And then we have all the food fully available. We have a couple new drops like a buffalo chicken flatbread. We have buffalo chicken wrap as well, caprese wrap, caprese sandwich, and we're doing some desserts as well. So we have some cinnamon butter pretzel bites with different sauces. We have a 7-layer Nutella peanut butter sauce that we've been working on, and an Amber Avalon Park caramel sauce as well. So we've had a great time back there.
But I mean, some places could have just thrown the same basic bar stuff, but it seems like it really mattered to you to kind of, make this more than just your typical use your wings and chicken tenders.
And yeah, that's something that I've always said. Like people have asked why we haven't had food until now, and besides not having the full room to do it, is I wanted to do it right. I didn't want to just do something frozen and throw it on and just, oh yeah, we just have food now. If we want to do food, if we wanted to stand up to the beer, if we're trying to come out with world-class beer, we want to have world-class food. So starting from, making as much as we can in-house, everything fresh, and putting everything we have into it, to adding beers to the pickles, to the different fermentations and all the stuff that we're doing to be able to pair it with everything we're serving up here. We're stoked to finally be able to release this.
What time tomorrow is everything starting?
Kicking off at noon tomorrow. It's going all day.
We got live music as well, right?
Yeah, live music. We have some merch drops coming out. We have all the beers that will be flowing off the taps. It'll be a big celebration all day. A lot of hard work that's gone into this, so we're excited to celebrate.
When you thought about doing it, and now here we are, what was the hardest part, and then what's the most rewarding part?
All of it. We've been open for 11 years now. We've done a couple different renovations. We have 3 locations. This has definitely been the most challenging and difficult renovation and project we've ever taken on. But just being able to walk in the doors and see this, we've seen regulars that have come in and honestly like tear up just to see the space and see it change and see where we are and how far we've come. So that's been the most rewarding part, just walking in here, and still it gets me.
Can we give a shout out to the team here that's done?
Oh, absolutely. So we got the brew crew behind me here. Watching the live stream, you can see that. A big shout out to all the staff here at Mohegan. They've definitely carried us through and put us over this. I've been locked away in this side of the brew house for the past 8 months. Now we can kind of open that up, and everybody that's been keeping it running has been amazing.
And it's still cool you pay homage to the original spot, the original, location with the flooring, the bar, and how everything is made.
Yeah, we try to keep it all cohesive, and it's a bigger spot, but still try to have that same intimate feel. And like I said, we've talked before, all the wood that we took out of this, we did all the demo ourselves, and the guys sitting beside me took all of that wood out there, and we rebuilt the bar, rebuilt these tables out of that. So everything you see here and all these places people are sitting down, like we made from stuff that was in here already and kind of repurposed that. And it's something that we're extremely proud of, and it was a really cool thing to do.
Cool. Awesome. Okay, Bobby back in 11 o'clock hour to tell us about more stuff happening. But thanks for having us out here tonight. Look forward to sampling the food and everything. And we'll be happy for you. That's awesome.
I appreciate it.
We'll come back. Richard Haler, Sports Lab, for joins us. The Vita Sports continues now. Yeah.
Bobby either, okay? I mean, I thought you were.
Right, okay. That's awesome. You know, I probably, you know, probably, you got me describe the daydream shape. You know, I like it. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. Yeah. That's her go-to. Oh, what did I say? Oh, I see. Yeah.
Let's move on. This is another interesting story involving now Miami quarterback Darian Mensah, his representation one time versus another group. We're trying to define if someone's an employee. There's a $2.5 million buyout. And of course, it's in the state of Florida, which adds juice to this story. So what can you share about the people that have represented Darian Mensah once did and those that do, and what this suit's all about?
That'd be pretty cool.
Exactly. And then by 5 o'clock, we're taking
The woman involved in the Sherrone Moore case when he was the coach in Michigan, whatever their relationship was, she's trying to get access to the investigation that Michigan did, which the university paid $12 million for, and have yet to release the investigation's findings. Your thoughts on her suing Michigan, saying, "Hey, we need access to this record."
And I didn't get what they were or what the book said. But our lives are actually pretty well paid. So, finance that
Stay here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, that's not.
I've been listening to those guys for a while. Just kept talking about this way. Turn on 436. Talk about that.
I was gonna call it, all the cars that I had. Right. But, you know, if you, the ones that go past the fire station, on that way, you can get a go back there, so. Yeah. Just I like it back there. So, Tom C. Rookie contract, or something up there. Kids that slow it down. Big old head of the bar. Back then, but no, it wasn't. Not really.
Good stuff, Richard. Thank you. Have a wonderful weekend. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I showed Tom too.
Richard Hell, good stuff when it comes to sports and law. Mike O'Donnell's going to talk some basketball with us next. Talk of basketball these Fridays with Mike O'Donnell. For you? I'm doing great. Before I dive into basketball, can I ask you your thoughts on something that happened as I was flying back from Big 12 Media Days on Tuesday night? If you don't mind if I do that. The Dallas airport in one of their food court areas, for Southwest, I was trying to get something healthy. While some of the others in the UC went to Whataburger, nothing wrong with that, but not exactly the healthiest meal, I went over to Moe's to try to get a healthy bowl, and two people in front of me in line. He ordered a chicken bowl, so he got the rice, he got the beans. And the guy working the counter, a healthy double spoon portion of chicken, which I thought was more than enough. And he follows up with, hey, can I get a little bit more? They know me here. What's your thoughts on the guy at the airport in Moe's? They know me here. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Well, let me finish it. I'm going to condense the story. The guy said, if I give you more, I got to charge you double. And he went again. He goes, again, they know me here. And then he brought the manager over. And you would think the manager would have said, hey, no problem. The manager had the employees back. He goes, sir, that is a more than healthy portion of chicken. If you want more, I'll have to charge you more. And I was so happy the manager had the workers back. I was ecstatic. I was really happy. I was really happy. Right. Yeah. Yeah. I want to. No. And if I did, I hope somebody would. Yeah. I hope somebody would say no. I want to pivot because I find it interesting. Some of the talk the last couple of days about American soccer with the exit of the World Cup, and then there's always the analysis of our development, and people talk about club soccer, the cost of club soccer, and how we develop players. I want to ask you about basketball because I'm curious your thoughts. What has happened to our development of basketball players? And I'm not saying compared to soccer, but people talk about the cost. And while travel ball in baseball and soccer and softball may be different than basketball, where if you're on that AAU team, you're not really paying to play. But I'm curious your thought of the current state of American development of basketball players. Has it changed? Has the world caught up? What can be better when it comes to developing our youth as they grow through the system?
So, say, I mean, it's really possible. Yeah. You got the face, yeah, right?
They are.
And then they moved there.
It's a really
So they give you the opportunity
Yeah, sure.
And then they.
So you can make your own humble plan as you go.
Where are you leaving? Leaving?
Hi, lovely, good to see you.
Yeah.
2020.
Oh.
Okay, well,
No, I appreciate it.
And we love that long march. You know, pretty strict, you know, that's just kind of. She said you got to smell it before you put it.
Well, I'm going to age myself because you're talking about your son now. This is back in the 70s, the late 70s. My dad refused to let my older brothers, about 20 years ago, he refused to let my brother and I only play baseball. He and other kids in Florida playing year-round baseball and everything, and my dad refused to let us do it. My dad said, "You're going to play other sports," and I played football, basketball, soccer, and everything, because he said, "You're going to have to miss it, and then you have to want to come back and play with it." So that was a mindset back in the late 70s that, I wish more parents like you had that feeling. Let me pivot to this, though. Last night I watched a little bit of the Magic and Hornets summer game, and then Mike at 9:15, like, oh, wait, flip over. And I found myself in must-watch mode of a meaningless summer league basketball game, watching A.J. Debonsa and Darren Peterson, partly because, 1 versus 2, the 2 guys I saw play in the Big 12, but it's a compliment, and you've been to and you understand. 15, 20 years ago, nobody cared about the summer league. It was an afterthought. But the NBA's made it such a marketing event for the teams, the league, and the branding of players. I said earlier, last week in Salt Lake and the first couple of days, I think it's done wonders for Darren Peterson's brand, because I didn't see him smile last year. And now I watch Darren Peterson smile. And there's the basketball side of it. So how have you viewed what the summer league has become? Can I end with one basketball observation and tell me if you agree? And even in a summer league game, it was a reminder to me, spacing in college basketball, even at the top level, versus spacing even in the summer league is significantly different in the NBA. And it was a reminder to me last night, like, oh, that's how spacing works. Yeah. Mike, have a great weekend. Thank you. Appreciate it. Mike O'Donnell, some good stuff on a whole bunch of different topics talking hoops. World Cup update coming up now. World Cup update brought to you by friends of Fiddler's Green Irish Pub, 544 West Fairbanks in Winter Park is the place to catch the final few matches of the World Cup. Yesterday, Kylian Mbappe scored his 20th all-time World Cup goal, one behind Lionel Messi. It came in the 60th minute. France would have another goal 6 minutes later, and we beat Morocco 2-0, looking every bit the part of the favorite to win the World Cup. Match 2 of 4, the quarterfinals. You would have hoped it was going to be the U.S. and Spain playing in L.A. Think about what it could have been. But today at 3 o'clock, it'll be Spain and Belgium that play in Los Angeles. Tomorrow, the doubleheader is going to be awesome. Norway and England play at Hard Rock down in Miami. It's a 5 o'clock match. Then 9 o'clock, there'll be a matchup between Argentina and Switzerland playing in Kansas City as the quarterfinals continue in the World Cup. Our World Cup coverage is brought to you by friends at Fiddler's Green Irish Pub. Catch the 3 quarterfinal matches, 1 today and 2 tomorrow. No better place to be than down in Fiddler's at 544 West Fairbanks in Winter Park. Scotty Scheffler had not missed a cut in a golf event in 4 years. That streak of 7-8 is about to come around. Scotty Scheffler is finishing at round number 2. Scheffler is even part of the cut is at 200. It's going to take a lot of golfers to really collapse down the stretch. But as he gets set for the Open, the British Open, may have a couple of extra games. He's going to miss his first cut in 4 years. Magic Summer League action yesterday. They lost to Charlotte. I think the score matters. 86-74. Noah Penda went for 23 points, 7 rebounds. Chase Richardson on 15. Isaiah Nelson, the rookie, played 15 minutes at 2 points and 6 rebounds. Washington beat Utah 92-88. The score again doesn't matter. AJ Devontae did go for 27 and 7 in 26 minutes. As the top pick of the draft, the number 2 pick, Darren Peterson, scored 24. In the loss, he also committed 9 fouls. You get 10 in the summer league game. I would commit the 10 to foul out on purpose. You get the 9.
I mean, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. If it's just like first summer league game jitters, because he also had 8 turnovers.
Yeah, neither shot the ball well on the outside, but they had their moments where, both looked indeed the part. And it was fun. I was watching that last night. By the way, former Magic center Mo Bamba has signed a 2-year contract with the Utah Jazz. Honestly, if you're listening now, how many of you even knew where Mo Bamba played last year or that he was still in the league?
Was he in China? I thought he was in China.
And I forgot the story yesterday when I was teasing. Former Magic first-round pick, 5th pick overall, Mario Hezonja. Remember that name? Has been playing for Real Madrid. Is seeking to get out. He has an option to get out of his current contract with Real Madrid and is looking for a return to the NBA. I don't know what the market would be. I never liked Mario Hezonja. I thought it was, the Magic has got this assassin shooter, and it never materialized. And yet he is looking for a return to the NBA, whether that happens or not. I mentioned before the World Cup, France beat Morocco 2-0 today. Spain takes on Belgium. That would have been the U.S. and they beat Belgium, but they didn't. That match is set for later this afternoon as the World Cup quarterfinals. And just back to the NBA, a couple of other notes. The Clippers and Raptors trade is on hold until the NBA concludes its investigation into whether Kawhi was hit on the table with the Clippers. And then the other story that I just laughed at, really played in the bridge, was Shams Charania's report that NBA teams, GMs, and/or owners are leaving voice messages on Rich Paul's phone that he then forwards to LeBron James. I don't believe for a second that a single NBA owner would do that. I do think that's Rich Paul and Shams Charania in their understanding. I help you, you help me, put this out there, and maybe somebody from the organization called Rich Paul left a message and said, can you pass this along? And therefore that's how that got out. As rich as LeBron James is, he's not as rich as NBA owners. And I don't buy for a second that NBA owners said, hey, love to get together, chat a little bit, do something, give me a buzz back.
Do you think Rich Paul is doing this just because of his podcast? Like, why doesn't he just have Shams on his podcast?
No, I think Rich Paul likes the perception that there's a massive amount of teams that are begging for the services of LeBron James. I think it's his job to generate the interest, run up the price, and find someone that ends up paying a dollar amount that they can explain why it's nowhere near what he was making and why it's about winning.
But aren't the teams that are interested in him that would give him, quote unquote, the best chance to win, aren't they all essentially salary cap strapped anyways?
Can I tell you today how many teams I think are in the running for LeBron James?
I'd imagine it's only 2 or 3.
I think it's 1.
You think it's the Sixers?
No, I think it's Cavaliers. I think Philadelphia may be sitting there going, okay, give us a call back. I think it's all about Cleveland. And maybe they just want to drive up the price a little bit more. And I'm not saying the Heat. I just think.
You don't think this Donovan Mitchell signing puts the Knicks in the
Knicks?
Like puts a kibosh on LeBron going back to Cleveland?
No, I don't. I also just don't believe that Pat Riley and or owner Mickey Arison or Mickey's kid Anthony are on the phone begging Rich Paul to go to Miami. Bob Myers went on Rich Paul's podcast and he made his pitch and so forth. And I just don't think. I think there may be a few teams that said, "Look, this is what we can offer. If you want to make it work, fine." I think the only team that feels as if there's a little bit more juice to it is Cleveland, and I think today they may be the only team that makes sense. But I just don't buy teams are calling. Hey, Rich.
Not to go down this road again because it's like beating a dead horse, but this is why LeBron James will never be. This is why LeBron James will never be considered the greatest. Like, what are we doing here? Like, how much attention do you want?
I don't. I mean, I don't want to go down that path either. But if you don't think for a second that the prime years of Michael Jordan, if they were played in 2026, he'd be different. Be crazy.
I don't.
It was a social media world. We come back. The weekend review when the Beat of Sports continues live from Bowegans in Castleberry. We're broadcasting until noon today. It's part of the grand opening weekend. We really expanded Bowegans, the great bar, but now their incredible food as well. We'll tell you more about the weekend coming up. But up next, the weekend review. We come back. and opinions. On Monday's show, Mike Tuck was sitting in for me, and obviously the story was about the red card overturned on Flo Balogun for the Americans, and Mike shared his thoughts on the whole process.
Over, yeah, that's right.
Wow, I wouldn't have had Mike for that opinion.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
No, I don't think anybody did. And I said it Monday. I feel like should the U.S. have gone on, it maybe puts an asterisk on their run instead of it being a clean run. Then we had some outside influence on an overturn.
Yeah, we don't know what the opinion would have been of the rest of the world that the Americans beaten Belgium and how big that side story would have been. I mean, my opinion was I thought it was a bad call. However, I respect what the red card rules are, and you know how this was just that random rule 27 that we're going to let you do whatever you want. Just never said well. Let's get to Tuesday's show. We were in Frisco, Texas, Big 12 Media Days, and UCF quarterback Alonzo Barnett sat down next to me, asked about Scott Frost's offense, how it works with his game.
No, I'm not a big
Was actually from yesterday talking about Christian Pulisic, as we stay with soccer right there. The news of his injury yesterday didn't bode well with the critics of Christian Pulisic. Most going to be, yeah, of course, he's always injured. And I think Christian Pulisic, as I said, no longer faces U.S. soccer, but now from his own image standpoint, he's got some work to do if he cares. If he cares, and maybe he doesn't care. He will end up playing in MLS. Maybe not next season, but I think in the next 3 years he'll be somewhere in MLS. So maybe see what kind of player he is. From Tuesday's show, Alonzo Barnett, the UCF quarterback, sitting next to me, about the role that he sees and how his game fits in Scott Frost's offense.
And I rarely it happens. It's probably most of this week a lot. It's my idea. They are not. They want seltzers. They want NAs. Good. Thank you from yes. That's right. I in the pool. I'll do it, but like, yeah, that's right. Monday's week.
Wednesday, Brendan Zinota covers Florida State for 247. Was on. He wrote a lengthy story about the inner workings of FSU's athletic department. resources in football, including insight as to why Mike Norvell was not fired after a Stanford loss mid-season last year.
Yeah.
There's mom.
Yes.
Leave it open for now.
And that is the week in review.
We got studs of the week.
Stud of the week. All right. Chris, you want to do your stud of the week? There it is.
There it is. It's got to be Justin Verlander. He's calling it a career. 2011 MVP, 2-time World Series champ, 3-time Cy Young winner. He won the Triple Crown in 2011. Most wins, most strikeouts, lowest ERA. 2006 Rookie of the Year, 3 no-hitters, 10-time All-Star, 266 wins, 8th most strikeouts of all time. Good for him. Justin Verlander, hell of a career. He's my stud of the week.
You left out Marion Kate Upton.
I focus on the sports, Mark.
You know,
I focus on the
The great
sports.
thing about Justin Verlander, and even though he's brutal against, meaning he was pretty against the Yankees, he was an inning eater, man. Justin Verlander takes great pride that he was able to help his bullpen and inning eating guy. 266 wins, and I'll tell you, man, I don't know if we're going to get. I mean, 200 is going to be hard to get. You know. So yeah, my stud of the week, and I'm getting caught in the moment, and I mentioned this earlier. Talking about Christian Pulisic and lack of performance in the World Cup. The leading scorers in the World Cup right now are Kylian Mbappe of France, who scored yesterday. By the way, he's one behind Messi for all-time World Cup goals. But Mbappe and Messi have 8 goals. Erling Haaland of Norway's got 7, and Harry Kane of England's got 6. Jude Bellingham of England has 4. What do all those guys have in common? They're still playing.
Yep.
And the best goal scorers in the world didn't just show up and get a goal. They're the leading goal scorers in the World Cup. And yeah, they're playing more matches, but when you're the best and you perform in the big moments, that's what greatness is all about, man.
I thought about going that route, but I mean, you got the Egyptian coach calling out the referees who may or may not have given Messi in Argentina some beneficial.
But there's enough performances of all these guys, so whatever you think of that match and so forth. The elite players in the world have risen to the occasion in the biggest event that they play. All right, done of the week.
Mark, I don't know if you saw this. I usually don't try and pull these little things, but do you know who Alex Call is? Plays for the Dodgers. He's a catcher.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's the one that was challenging Ohtani's pitches.
So it was Thursday night or Wednesday night. First inning, Dodgers already up 3-0, 2 on, 2 out. He's got a 1-0 count. Challenges the next pitch, which was a strike.
Right.
Next pitch, challenges it.
Yep.
It was a strike. And then proceeds to strike out swinging.
He's in a funk.
It's the first inning and you're up 3-0,
Yeah.
and you're using 2 challenges on pitches that one, sure, it was close to being a ball, but it's the first inning.
You're back to the dugout.
And the Dodgers almost blew the game.
Right. My bad. Sorry about that. Yeah. My dud, and I mentioned this earlier on the bridge, and I said I was going to bring this up. It's Carolina Hurricanes owner Tom Dundon, who put his name, his wife's name, and his 5 kids on the Stanley Cup. On the Stanley Cup. Even if you don't like hockey, you may know the Stanley Cup is one of the most treasured trophies in all sports. It is special that every player, you have a coach, you have maybe GM. He put his wife's name and his 5 kids' name on the Stanley Cup. And
At least you're not making fun of Dax anymore.
that's his kid who's in kindergarten. It's wrong from Dundon to do it, and it's embarrassing that the NHL allowed him to do it. That's my dud of the week. That's our week in review. Bobby's back with us because we're here for Wiegand's, part of that grand opening weekend. I want to get him back on. For those that missed it earlier, talk about what we got going on tomorrow and push one of the beer toss.
Of course. We got to, Mark. We got to. Yeah, I mean, we're here. You're in my neck of the woods now, so we're going to keep feeding you guys some beers. Yeah, so we are sitting in the tap room in the newly renovated and expanded tap room in Castleberry. We are in the midst of our grand opening. We're having that official kickoff tomorrow. So a lot of new beer releases. One we're trying right now is called Saws Dude, which is a Czech lager. So it's like a kind of like a Pilsner style, a little bit more hoppy profile with Saws hops. That's where the name comes from, like Saws Dude. And nice like toasty, bready characters with that. Nice and clean, smooth, balanced.
Beautiful. So what would this pair with on the menu?
I mean, this would go good with the pretzel there, absolutely, to give that nice toasty character.
He likes this one.
Oh, that's a 7-layer honey mustard, like that. We have some beer cheese firing up now. We've got the kitchen fully up and rolling, and we pair with those two. Do you like that? Yeah, that's been.
No, it's good because the cheese is a little bit hard, but not too hard. And then the sauce on top of it is not overdone. And then you get the pickles.
I'll be honest, I never would have thought to put pickles on pizza, and it's phenomenal.
It works. We have like a garlic dill cream sauce that we do with that. And the pickles it's 407, our German Pils style pickles that we make in house. That's one of the ones that we put together, and me and the kitchen manager Link in the back, we pulled it out the oven the first time, looked at each other like, well, that worked way better than we thought it would.
I mean, the presentation looks awesome, but then it tastes pretty good. Plus, the flavor of the sauce. All right, tomorrow, tell folks what time you got things cranking up and we'll get to know you.
Yeah, so we're starting off at noon tomorrow. We're going all day. Something we had talked about. We have live music for the first time ever at Bowegan's. We're beyond stoked with. Have some cool people coming out. Actually, one just walked in the tap room. Scott from Super Villains, which is a pretty big band in the area. If you guys haven't listened to him, avid listener of the show, he came by to check it out because he was stoked to see this. And then we have the Saws Dude, we have the Orange Haze Dreamsicle coming out. We have Mantis Mayhem, which is our new hazy IPA with our Neon Animal series. New food releases, and the full menu is going to be available. We have some desserts coming, some new sandwiches as well. Merch drop with some cool new shirts, like fun times, good stuff all day. We're just here to celebrate the hard work that we've been doing the past 8 months.
Kicks off at noon tomorrow, 436 Castleberry, right by Red Box. Kickoff coming from the north to south.
Don't go on the flyover.
And if you're coming up, it's easy. Before you have to run well. Yeah, thanks for having us on today. It's been awesome. Really appreciate it. Best of luck. Food is fantastic. So once again, which food do we have today?
So we tried the Orange Haze Dreamsicle, which is our Dreamsicle style Dreamsicle style hazy IPA. I got sours in the brain apparently. We're gonna talk about that next week. And then we have our Saws Dude, which is our Czech lager. And then we're gonna have another hazy IPA coming out tomorrow. All kinds of new stuff coming. So come check us out. We're at the corner of 436 and Redbug in Castleberry. We have another tap room in Avalon Park as well. Online at bowegens.com, BOWIGENS.com. Social medias at Bowegens Beer Company. Just come see what the new stuff we've been talking about for months and months and months. We're finally here. We finally got you guys in the tap room. So cheers.
Super thanks.
Thank you guys.
Really appreciate having us down in this episode. It's going to be awesome. Coming back in a little bit, we'll be talking about Monday with the sports continues. Talking about my friend Scott Stinson, the truth of the more than someone's got experience and for I mean, I'm not the biggest UFC guy, but even his return, I don't know if the hype has been that big that I mean, it'll move the needle for his hand, but it's not massive numbers. You know, I don't think so. As we speak, the second men's semifinal, Skinner's playing Djokovic. I said earlier in the week, it's amazing at 39, Djokovic was viewed as the villain of the big three with Federer and Nadal. As we get older with our sports legends, we tend to give them the benefit of the doubt and we root for them. And you're watching that with Djokovic. I don't think he's going to be able to 3-2 Djokovic in the first. I think Sinner will win this match. And I think he's going to win. I think Djokovic has play for another major, but my guess is that Sinner's going to go on and win here.
Do you think we see more coming out from this Kawhi Leonard situation?
By Monday, I'm not quite sure. But I will tell you this on the Sunday. We come Monday, the Magic play the Heat in Saturday. Could be a little bit more about discipline, culture, accountability, and some of the shades that are out there. I was scrolling through Twitter before. I'm seeing some of the Magic like, and finally moving on and Mosley thing losing a lot. Yeah, that is kind of obvious based on things that are being said. But again, give me the example of the new coach that gets hired. It's like, hey, country club atmosphere, we're laid back, don't want to push guys too hard, you know, kind of want them easing the things along the way, and then we'll worry about it. Come on, just stop here, okay? Sean Sweeney may be a really intense guy. The only thing you care about is if they win. That's it, man. It's the bottom line, right? As long as your team wins, then you justify how people act and believe it's a culture that did it. Coaches can have a laid-back atmosphere to the media and at the same time be kind of hardcore toward the players. You just care about winning. Don't get caught up in this. By the way, the other thing, do you know that? Do you know there's still 2 openings in the home run derby for Monday?
Really?
They Bryce Harper is going to do it, obviously. There's still 2 openings. Can they not find anybody to play?
Is this going to be like a slam dunk contest where we're going to have like G League or minor league guys participating?
I don't know. We have Kurt?
Yeah.
All right, let's talk to Kurt from Maxine's on Shine, where the dining weekend is underway, and today is the final day of Fight 30 at Maxine's on Shine. Good day, sir. How are you? Happy Friday. Well, you know me. I'm more of a sipper. Vasquez, I think, is like six
6 pints down.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're 5-ounce pours.
No, but you know what, I say this, and I appreciate you saying it because you like us, we support the local businesses and hardworking people like you, like Bobby, that it's blood, sweat, and tears 24/7. You pour your heart into it. You get involved in the community. And I know all of us support the other local business owners, and we encourage people to obviously visit vaccines and support local wings. And I just have an appreciation for guys like you and Bobby that it's not a job, man, it's a life, and you commit yourself to doing stuff like this. But let's focus on you. Final day of Fight 30, then a whole bunch of other things coming up. So tell me what's happening at Maxine's.
Oh, yeah. Can you reorder? Yeah. I'm like that. You were down. You were. We made it here, so it's a small. Very small. Here. And we made it here. But the American public. That's right. So every third round is so or a darker beer makes yes. Yes. So the German market has a lot of actual from Germany. Now, craft beers are but I was all right. So when we look at I started this one, and I kind of came in, and now I didn't remember until I saw it. That's the one I heard. And they described it, and it sounded like. Yeah. I usually go white. I usually go heavy and then go white. Right. That. This would be Josh would like this
One minute. Thank you, brother, for doing. We get back to wrap up the show next. But to Sir Kurt said, but everything happening, Maxine's on Shine. I'm just here to kind of echo some of the things. If you're looking at dining tonight or tomorrow, I highly recommend a reservation because it's going to get crowded. We don't want you to show up, and then next thing you know, you're kind of waiting, may not get a table. So go to Maxine'sOnShine.com right now. If you're dining tonight or tomorrow, please make that reservation. Now, the Friday brunch is underway, and the Friday
Can you take the spots out for me? Just take them out of 4, please. Thank you, sir. Nope.
we're on the stream now.
Yeah, we're on the stream
Right now.
right now.
Cheers.
It's bad to cheers with an empty glass. Yeah, I'm gonna steal. There we go. Cheers.
A nice crowd come out today.
Yeah.
Your sister's here?
Huh? Yep, my sister here, my
Family
nephew's here. My wife and daughter came by earlier. Yeah, it's a good time.
And your nephew?
Huh?
Your little nephew there?
Yep,
Been
nephew's
going
here. It's crazy. Her and or him and my daughter, they
Pretzel to
are.
eat on the air? Got any leftover pretzel to
Yeah.
eat? This is going to eat the pretzel.
See, I actually enjoy eating
Or
this.
watching the stream. I don't know where.
Some of the spent grain pretzel here. And the 7-layer honey mustard.
No, that's the sauce. That honey mustard sauce. Really, really good.
Mm,
Isn't that good?
phenomenal.
Black pepper's awesome.
Definitely worth coming by.
Absolutely. Had a great time today. Appreciate Bobby coming by.
I don't know if you guys can see this artwork behind me. That's all hand drawn. That's all hand
Get up and
drawn.
walk around. Take the headset off.
This guy. Cheers.
Don't judge me here. Just showing around.
It's just farmers picking up, they're just squealing.
Really well done what they've done here. Beautiful. Mark, what's your favorite style of beer?
The soft, sweet, fruity stuff.
Nothing wrong with it.
I mean, you guys are the hardcore beer drinkers. But,
I mean, they got everything. Czech
no, that
lagers.
first one, that citrus flavor.
Yep.
I mean, doesn't. I mean, the end tastes more like a beer. The beginning, it's more like a bubbly summer fruit drink.
So I will say, when I win my bet with Bobby and he brings back Brew and Kill the Radio Star, it was a sour IPA. So when you first take a sip of it, you got hit with the sour, but the hoppiness and the bitterness of the West Coast hops really mellowed it out,
Yeah.
gave it a nice balanced flavor. Maracuya, Colombian passion fruit, excuse me, and strawberries. Oh, phenomenal.
What was this? The stronger ABV?
That was the Czech lager. I think that is a little bit lower ABV, if I'm not mistaken.
You working this weekend?
I'll be here. Actually, I come back at 5 o'clock, and then not unfortunately, but I'll be at the Avalon location Saturday for the grand opening. So I'll miss out on the festivities. Yep. All right.
Right by Red Box. Come on by again tomorrow. The noon start for will be the official grand opening of the expanded weekend. So thanks to Bobby down here for having us. It was fun. It's great.
It was a blast. I absolutely loved it. And I never get to do stuff like this, so I appreciate Cam back in the studio for holding it down. I never get to do this stuff, so I had a blast.
Cam, thanks for sitting through that first down here as well. Always in the week telling you do something kind when somebody doesn't expect it. Still appreciate it. To be kind. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you on Monday for the Beat Sports. Thank you, Cam. See you, buddy.